Bro, did you see that? The prices went down. How is that possible? Cards only go up, right? So today we are talking about the market of cards. It's been fun. Oh, you probably can't see this. I have cards here. Fun, nice cards. A small portion of my collection, mostly recent stuff that I got back from subs, because I like looking at cards. I know it's a weird concept. You can own cards of Yugioh, and you can look at them, treasure them, and enjoy them. Yeah, that's crazy. What the hell? People collect these? Wait, it's not just an investment? Market's been going down. You had a speculative bubble in collectibles, and in many categories, and some categories still have speculative bubbles going on, and those bubbles pop. And I know Pokemon influencers keep on sipping on that copium going, no, it wasn't a bubble. Don't use the bubble word, guys. Oh no, things going down 70%. It's not a bubble popping. It's just a correction. No, you had a speculative bubble. And that doesn't invalidate the entire market. All markets can go through speculative bubbles. That's not a problem, but just accept it. And I hope now that we have seen many cards go down, including some I hold, we can all just be honest and have a nice little conversation. So 2020 happened, everything was locked up, everyone suddenly wanted new hobbies. So puzzles were the best selling item on eBay. Cards were an amazing selling item on eBay. Everyone suddenly found their love back in some of these hobbies. And so demand went up. Certain companies, because of supply chain issues like PSA, could no longer keep up with grading. And so a lot of these graded cards basically saw the big supply-demand herder economic bullshit, and then people feel really smart when they explain that. It's really not that complicated. But that doesn't take away the value of these items from an emotional standpoint. I have this PSA 6 BLS right here. I think I posted this for sale at one point, but then people didn't want it. And now I'm like, do I just keep this one? I don't know. I don't have a BLS. Maybe I just keep it. But it's just interesting how quickly people's emotions change. Because back when I was telling people, hey, this stuff is speculative, this stuff is risky. That's why I also sell some things, rebalance, take some profits out so I'm not completely overexposed to a risky asset like this. People were losing their minds. People were going, oh, how dare you? How dare you sell? Ugh, you sell? Baby, this is only diamonds handing. You should only keep. You should never sell, bro. This can only go up. If you sell, you're just after profit and you don't even love the cards and blah, blah, blah. And they were being so proud of, oh, I'll diamond hands. I'll never sell anything. And now that the market is going down, now that it looks like cards don't just go up, I notice all these people online, silently selling. And it's pretty funny, it's very easy to be diamond hands, I'd never sell. When things look like they can only go up, then it's really easy to be just proud and say, oh yeah, I'll never sell. And now, that stuff is changing. It turns out cards can go down. Ooh, I don't feel so diamond handsy anymore. It's very predictable. So since I told people like, hey, this is what I'm selling a little bit here, things are looking a bit frothy, let's say. Since then, I haven't really been selling much anymore. I've gotten 2 subs back, I believe. And then I've sold maybe 3 cards from those each, something like that. Everything else I'm just holding because I really, really like these cards. Like, let me see. There's a Dark Magician here, a 6. Oh, I could sell this for how much, baby? How much could I sell this for? This one might actually be for sale. Pretty bad example. There's something else. Oh, there's a much better example. A 7 Blue Eyes. Oh, first edition 7. I don't want to sell this. This is a fun little item. And then what could I get for this? 300? I don't know, but come on, it's just a really cool card. Now I'm just treasuring these. I'm the bag holder on these. I do like that the overall community is now less, oh, should I buy this? Should I buy this and I can flip this? Oh, should I buy and flip? Blah, 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 blah. All of that stuff is kind of waning. Because things are going down, people aren't as hyped anymore about the whole, buy and flip bullshit like that. All the hardcore flippers basically got burned, which is still sad because, there's some people who were lied to and they then started buying stuff with money they really couldn't afford to lose, thinking they were gonna make it big, maybe help out their family and so forth. And again, my heart goes out to all of that stuff because that shit hurts. But the other kind of people getting burned, you know, that I don't necessarily care as much about. You know, the warning signs were very clear, and my warnings, God, the amount of dislikes and angry comments I got for those, holy shit. But for the people who just like their cards, cool, we can now buy for cheaper. I'm actually not buying that much right now. You know, if you wanna get into the, oh, what's the economic side of this? Oh, I think the bottom will be reached when the value subs from the peak hype return. Because that was the moment where the largest amount of raw supply was converted into slabs. And so when those return, that will be the very peak of available supply of cards. In my opinion, when those return, that will be when we know this is the true supply. And from here, I think it'll mostly dry up. Now, of course, there's still people with raws. I'm not saying raw cards are now extinct. I know plenty of people still waiting with batches of raw cards. I myself have still some batches of raw cards where I'm like, I'm not sending these in at 100 per card. Because yeah, PSA is back open. They're back open for regular submissions at $100 a card. That was an interesting rumor that ended up being true. So yeah, I'm still listening to a lot of these whispers. But there's still people basically waiting for raw submissions. But it's nowhere near the volume as when you had peak hype, where every little Timmy was excited to send in their card, get back an easy 10 and make $10,000, you know. That stuff, that is all that October, November, kind of December 2020. That is the peak of that. You know, October with the Logan Paul shit, the Pokemon hype, all of that, that's really where all of that demand is centered. And so when those October to December value subs return, that is, in my opinion, the bottom. So yes, Market Man said price could go lower. Oh no. Because remember, all the subs you've seen return so far are from the type of people who watch Gary Vaynerchuk and, you know, were a bit closer to cards already. The moment where, you know, you had everyone and their mom sending in, that was October around the Logan Paul hype. And those subs, you know, regular and express, of course, have been back for ages, but value has not. Value, I'm getting back a October value sub this week or next week. So that should tell you something. We're just getting started on October. I think when all those value subs have cleared and have returned, that is to me the bottom in terms of supply. So that should be when, you know, the available demand needs to fight the peak supply. And from there, in my opinion, it'll only dry up unless demand wanes. Maybe people go, Yu-Gi-Oh? Who cares about Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh sucks, man. That's a different conversation, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think as far as a franchise goes, Yu-Gi-Oh is still stronger than ever. A lot of people were super interested in Yu-Gi-Oh because of the pandemic, you know, and then we had, you know, the YCS Vegas coming back, YCS Utrecht, though it looks like that might not be happening, you know, they're very quiet around that. But basically, overall interest in the IP and the game as a whole, that's coming back. I think demand-wise, everything will be fine. It's just that really harsh supply and that overall speculative frenzy waning, that is gonna be the kicker here. And I think that is gonna bottom out very, very soon. And from there, will it go up? I don't know. I don't care. I'm buying what I wanna buy. I'll sell some things of my subs. Like I said, what am I selling? I'll show you what I'm not selling, actually. Let's show off some cool cards. So I'm not selling this 7. Again, the only SDK I have, apart from this one, is a 10 first edition. And so that shit's so expensive, it needs to go to bank. So I don't have a nice SDK to just take out and look at. So this little 7 is just the fun little SDK I can display without feeling fear of anything. So for that reason, I'm keeping this one. Let's see, what else am I keeping? I am keeping my Dragon Master Knight. I love Dragon Master. I now have 3 10s of this. Kind of hoarding, you know, kind of unhealthy. I might sell one 10 at some point. My brother is selling a 10, by the way. But I really want to keep at least 2, maybe all 3. Really love that card. It's not even that rare or anything. You know, the Ultimate Edition was pretty printed, but it's still the first print of it. It's still, you know, the Ultimate Edition with the special packs, first print, but it's not very rare. It's just a really cool looking card in my opinion. Again, Elemental Hero Grand Neos here, PSA 6, yikes, right? This was a card of a childhood friend, so I kind of treasure it for that reason. My PSA 8 Elemental Hero Neos, very similar story. I have a, oh yeah, right, a excellent 5 Cyber End Dragon Ultimate Rare European though, so that's very nice. I'm trying to go like 1 through 10 in Cyber End, so that's not going. We had a Blue Eyes Toon 7. Still not sure why it's a 7. I'm really considering cracking this open and resubbing it, because I mean, they probably saw something, but I don't see it, so we'll see. We have a Chimera Takeover Dragon right here, Ultimate Rare European. We have a Cyber Twin Dragon, Ultimate Rare, PSA 9 European. This is overgraded. You know, some of the cards in that sub were like, that got a 7 or an 8. It should be way higher. And then this 9 has like really harsh chipping. And I'm like, why? You know, some of these, pretty weird. I have a Time Wizard. This one might actually go. My 6 Time Wizard, you know, I have 2 10s now. That's good enough. My 9 Change of Heart is staying because I sold my 8, I believe. Yeah. And of course, you know, other cards are at the bank and so forth. I also have some frames displayed right here. Like I have Alligator Sword there. I have a Cyber End, the Dark Armed, Toon World, Flame Swordsman, and all the other shit you've already seen. Those are mostly in safety deposit boxes that I can't access right now. I mean, I can access them, but I don't want to. So yeah, in terms of what I'm still selling, I mean, I'm still not entirely sold on if I'm selling the BLS. Probably not. I don't know. It's a pretty cool card, and like what I would get out of it isn't that good. Oh, I have this Dark Paladin, excellent Unlim 5. Not sure what's up with that. It was beat up. It was again a childhood friend's card. I don't know. Oh, I have another Dark Dragon Master Knight 10 right here. Cool card as well. But that's staying. Sorry. We have a 7. This feels undergraded. This Dragon Master Knight 7. I'm like, they were all almost equally clean, so I don't know what happened there. That might go away. Again, I've got enough Dragon Master Knight in 10, so the 7 might go away. I've got some 9s here. These are actually all going away. Oh, this video is just to sell some cards, bro, totally. These, yeah, I'm just desperate to sell these 9s, man. Yeah, those might go away, but mostly, I'm just not that keen on selling. A lot of these aren't even worth selling. I think that's actually gonna happen to a lot of junk slabs. I know some people are very mad at the word, but junk slabs are coming. You know, there's a lot of people who sub shit that they probably won't be able to sell ever. And that's fine, you know, if they want to keep the card, awesome. But if they don't want to keep the card, if they just subbed it hoping to flip for a quick buck, you know, some people subbing like $1 cards at $30 back then and thinking that they will be able to flip them for 300 after waiting for 2 years because it's a value sub. Good luck. But I hope, you know, my hope is at least that from all this mania, there's still people who just stay because they enjoy the collecting hobby. And I think that's the case. There's a lot of Instagram accounts that are very new. My Instagram account is very new, actually. And that's cool, you know, we can all just enjoy this collecting hobby. The craziness is kind of going away. I don't know when things go up. How high will it go up? Should I buy this or that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm glad that's kind of over and done with. Again, I de-risked at a really good time. Maybe I should start a Patreon telling people what to do. Nah, I'm not into that. But yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is fun. I've also started playing the modern game again. I'm playing PK now. I'm excited for the Brave token stuff, though I also think Konami has been kind of a shit company lately with their Forbidden Droplets bullshit. Like, that card should have straight up been reprinted in like a low rarity. And the amount of Yu-Gi-Oh players that are on this eternal copium of, oh, this is not that big of a deal, bro, just spend the money, bro. Like, play any other card game. You won't get ripped off quite as badly. Just go to OCG, you know, the Japanese side. Konami does a great job of making the game affordable to play. But here, people are just, you know, they keep on putting up with it. And so Konami's like, I mean, let's keep on printing money. I don't know how long that will last. I think the barrier to entry for normal people to play this game competitively is insane. Some people are also on this copium of like, oh, Dark Ruler No More is just as good as Droplets, or just play Chalice. Bro, it's not the same. When you want to play competitively, you want to play optimally. And sometimes the optimal card is $300. And you need a bunch of them. Or maybe it's $100, sorry. In case of Droplets, it's what, 110? Or is the reprint cheaper at 80? I don't know, it's ridiculous. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Takes like $1,000 just to get started. If you want to play optimal. Again, yeah, sure, you can play Chalice, but it's really ridiculous. And I can afford it. That's really not the problem. It's just the principle of how hard the people allow the company to fuck them in the ass that I have a problem with. Again, no other card game is quite that fucked when it comes to the way they print cards, you know. Because you could say, oh, but it's up to the vendors to price cards, but that's not actually true. If you print a card at 2 per case and it's a needed staple everyone needs, the card's gonna be expensive. If they printed a needed card in the super rare slot, max it'll be is 15 or whatever. Oh, Cursed Outland was 20 at one point, bro. Yeah, okay, but I don't know. That's the only thing I don't like about Yu-Gi-Oh! But it is what it is. I'm having fun with PK regardless, though I'm currently just not buying the Droplets out of principle. If the YCS does end up happening, sure, I'll buy them, but until then, fuck it. Hope you found it interesting. Let me know how you feel currently about Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether it's playing the game or whether it's actually collecting. Like, what are you collecting? Did you buy anything recently? Did you sell anything recently? There's nothing wrong with selling. Just don't be a hypocrite about it, you know? If you were holding at peak hype but then telling people never to sell and now you're like selling in secret, kinda yikes, bro. Just, you know, buy the cards you enjoy. You fall out of love with a card, fine, sell it, buy something else. Don't get too overexposed to super speculative shit. And I will see you soon. Ciao.